What's up, guys? Today I'm here with a hacked Chromebook. I know this is something most of you guys probably don't see every day, but that is not Chrome OS. So yeah, I'm just gonna give you a brief little look around of this device and everything. I've done a decent amount of stuff to it actually, so might be pretty cool to look at. So yeah, let's get started. So yeah, this is an Acer C710 Chromebook. This is a really basic little Chrome laptop here. So as you can probably see there, yeah, 2012 for this little guy. So yeah, I do have a little aftermarket battery on here. Kind of sticks out a little bit like those old ones used to, but yeah. This was just $10. It was a really cheap little laptop, but it didn't come with a battery or anything like that. Just got a charger for it, and yeah, it was a little weird getting it on Linux from Chrome. There's this weird little workaround you gotta do. I had to like put foil on where the BIOS write protection thing was, and that made it so I could kind of load up this little bootloader that'll let me throw Linux on this thing. Obviously, I mean, this thing isn't great. It does have some upgrades in there, and we're gonna go look at that in a little bit. But right now, this is running Ubuntu. If I really want to, I can still run Firefox on here and do all kinds of stuff, you know? So, yeah, right here I was just looking at the Wi-Fi chip on this thing. Wanted to make sure I'm not a bot, but yeah. You can still do a decent amount of web browsing on here. It does have some upgrades, which makes that a little easier, but it's not the kind of thing where you would want to, like, do a ton of stuff, but you know, you can do pretty good. You can do some good stuff on here. So as you can see, there's that Intel Inside sticker. Yeah, this thing isn't amazing. As you can see there, I only got 4 gigs of RAM in this thing, and funny enough, it's actually the max. But yeah, we're gonna go take a look at the inside of this thing now. Really, if I do anything on here, it'll just spike it up to 100%. Like, you open a new tab and it's 100%, you know. But yeah, we're gonna go look at the inside of this thing real quick. Alrighty, so here we are inside the Acer C710 Chromebook. So as you can see here, I got a little Samsung SSD thrown in. This thing actually has upgradable RAM and storage, which is something, obviously you cannot do that on a new Chromebook, but on one of these, you know, I mean, you definitely can. It's nothing crazy. I mean, it's just 2 gig 6 DDR3, but compared to 2 gigs that were in this thing originally, that actually does make a pretty decent little difference. And you might see this light on here. It's still technically on, so I'm not going to do a whole lot of messing with it. But, yeah, you can see here, that's where I kind of covered up that BIOS write protection chip. And that basically is what let me, I use, I think it's Mr. Chromebox or something firmware. I was able to kind of get off of Chrome OS and onto Linux. Obviously, this thing is a little bit outdated, being from 2012 and all, so Chrome OS wasn't really doing anything for it. But Linux is still okay, you know, it's still a decent little laptop. You can still use it pretty decently, even in 2025 here, so yeah, so that's it for this episode. I know I haven't really uploaded much lately, but I'm gonna try to get started uploading more, because I have all kinds of really cool and interesting things to share. So yeah, I'm gonna be heading out.